Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Hello, my dear students, and good morning. And this is our new lesson and general exercises in Unit 1. Please concentrate with me and follow me step by step, so it's very important to understand. Let's start with page 24 and general exercises on Unit 1. Number 1, factorize each of the following. Let's see number C. Number C says general exercises on Unit 1. And let's take number 1. Number 1, he said factorize each of the following, and number C is a power 4 plus 4 b power 4 plus 4 b power 4. And we want to factorize it. Yes, I'm hearing someone saying it's a sum of two squares, and sum of two squares is being factorized by completing the square. How to complete this square? Number 1, you have to put the first term squared as like this, a squared all squared, and the other term also squared, 2b squared all squared. And then if you want to complete this square, what is the middle term should be like? The middle term should be 2 by the first by the second, so 2a squared by 2b squared means 4a squared b squared. Again, 2a squared by 2b squared, it's equal 4a squared b squared. And then we subtract it as we studied before, minus 4a squared b squared. And then we are going to factorize the first three terms as a complete square. So it's a brackets all squared, and the first term is a squared, and plus, because of the middle term sign is plus, and the second term is 2b squared. Minus 4a squared b squared may be 2ab all squared, as may be bought as a complete square. And then we're going to factorize the difference between two squares. So we have two brackets, one of them is minus and the other is plus. The first term is a squared plus 2b squared, and the second term is 2ab, and so on, a squared plus 2b squared, and the second term is 2ab. Yes, this is not a new question. We studied before some questions like this, and this is not an difficult question, no, but it's easy question. Okay, what about if we take this question and it says x power 8 minus 16 y power 8. So it's number 2, and we have x power 8 minus 16 y power 8. Yes, I'm hearing someone saying it's a difference between two squares. Yes, so we're not going to complete the square because it's a difference between the squares. We're going to complete the square if the sign is positive. Yes, if it is a sum of two squares. So you're going to factorize the difference between two squares. So it's going to be x power 4 all power 2 minus 16 may be 4 y power 4 all power 2. That's very good. 4 by 4 equals 16 and 4 by 2 equals 8. And then we're going to open two brackets. One of them is minus and the other is plus. What are those brackets? The first term will be x power 4 and the second term will be 4 y power 4. Yes, so like this. And then the first bracket will be factorized as a difference between two squares again. So it will be like this. The first term will be x squared and the second term will be 2y squared. Yes, x squared minus 2y squared. And then the second bracket will be factorized by completing the square because of the sign, the positive sign. So it will be x bar 2 all bar 2 and 2y bar 2 all squared, and we will add the middle term. The middle term will be 2 by the first by the second, so 2x squared by 2y squared, which will be 4x squared y squared, and then subtract it. So minus inside the brackets, remember, don't go outside the brackets, minus 4x squared y squared, and then close your brackets. So the first two brackets will be as it is because we can't factorize again. So it will be x squared plus 2y squared by x squared minus 2y squared. And then the third brackets, we will complete the square. So it will be x squared plus 2y squared all bar 2 minus 2xy all bar 2. So we're going to factorize it again as the difference between two squares. So the first two brackets will be as it is, x squared plus 2y squared by x squared minus 2y squared. And then the third one will be factorized again as a difference between two squares. So we will have two brackets, one of them is minus and the other is plus. And the first term is x squared plus 2y squared, and the second term is 2xy, again x squared plus 2y squared, and the second term is 2xy. Now the question is, can we factorize again? Of course, the first and the second brackets can't be factorized again. Let's see number 3 and number 4. X squared plus 2y squared minus 2xy. So 2 is equal to by 1, and the sum of them is equal 3, not 2. So it can't be factorized again, and that's the end of our factorization. So how many types of factorization we used here? At first, we factorized as a difference between two squares, and then we factorized again as a difference between two squares, and then we completed our square in the second brackets, and then after completing the square we factorized as a difference between two squares, and then we got four brackets. One of them can't be squared and can't be factorized, and the second also, and the third and the fourth one, all of them can't be squared. So that's the end of our question. That's very good. Let's see another question. And it says find the value of c, where c belongs to z, that the given expression can be factorized, and then factorize it. And number 1, let's see number E. Number E says cx squared plus x minus 15. So what's the value of c that can make this expression can be factorized and factorize it? That's very good. So now we have 15 in the absolute value, and we want two factors, which if we multiply them, the product will be 15, and if we subtracted them, the product will be 1. So we have 3 by 5 can't be, because 3 minus 5 or 5 minus 3 equal 2. So we have 15 by 1 can't be also. What about if we multiplied 15 by 2? It will become 30. 30 equals 3 by 10. Can't it be 3 by 10? Also 30 equal 2 by 15. Also it can't be 2 by 15. But now I want to say a very important thing. What is that? Please concentrate with me very much. We have 15. That's very good. And what are the prime factors of 15? It's 3 by 5. That's right. but 5 minus 3 can't be equal 1. So we need a number which will be parts instead of C, and if we multiplied it by 3 by 5, we will get two factors. The difference of them will be equal 1 and the product of them will be equal 15. What about if we part 2 by equal to? Why 2? Because we want to multiply 2 by 3 by 5. So we have 2 by 3, 6. 6 by 5 equal 30. And then 6 minus 5 equal 1. So we can write 2 instead of C. So it became 2x squared plus x minus 15. So now 2 by 15 equal 30. So we have x squared plus x minus 30. 30 equals 6 by 5. And 6 minus 5 equal 1. Again, if we put 2 instead of C, so we can multiply 2 by 15, which is equal 30. And so 30 equals 6 by 5. And 6 minus 5 equal 1. That's very good. How did we get 2? Why number 2? Because we have 3 by 5 equal 15. And we need another number can be multiplied by 3, which is equal 6. And 6 minus 5 equal 1. And that's the two factors we need, 6 by 5. So we have to multiply by 2. So C must be equal 2. And then, so C equal 2. And then we can factorize it. X squared x by x. And 30 equal 5 by 6. And so negative means the 6 number, or number 6, maybe take the positive sign. And number 5 maybe take negative sign. And then divide by 2. Divided 2, as we studied before. So 5 can't be divided by 2. So we have to x minus 5 and x plus 3. And that's the end of this question. Now we have another question. It says a squared plus a minus c, and we want to find the value of c, so we can factorize the expression. So c is the absolute value itself, and we want two numbers, the difference of them equal 1. Yes, you can write any two numbers which are the difference of them equal 1, such like this: 3 by 2, 5 by 4, 6 by 5, 10 by 11, any two factors. So say may take any of two numbers, and may take any other value except you are thinking of. So C may be equal 3 by 4, which is equal 12. So each student will give me a different solution for this question. So my solution will be 12 a squared plus a minus 12, and then we can factorize it. Yes, and so easy to factorize. A 3 4 minus means the number 4 will take the positive sign, and number 3 will take the negative sign, and that's the end of this question. And now we have another question, and says cx squared minus 13x plus 6, and we want to find the value of c. So can we factorize this expression? So 6 equal 6 by 1 or 2 by 3. We want to search for prime factors, 2 by 3. That's very good. So what is the number can be multiplied by 2 by 3, and the result give me two factors where the sum of them equals 13. 13, yes. 13 equal 2 plus 9. No. 2 plus 11. Yes. 3 plus what? 3 plus 10. This is 3. This is 3. How can we convert to become 10? We can multiply by 5. So 2 by 5 equal 10. So C must be equal 5. So 5 by 10. So 5 by 2 equal 10. And 10 by 3 equal 30. So we have 30. and 10 plus 3 equals 13. So 5x squared will be x squared minus 13x plus 30. So C equal 5, and this first. Now we're going to factorize it. How can we factorize it? Two brackets, and then we have 10 by 3 and x by x, and so plus means a negative sign and another negative sign, and now we're going to divide by 5 by 5. So we have x minus 2 and 5x minus 3, and that's the end of this question. And now let's move to the next question, and it says find the solution set of the following, and we have x minus 2 all power 2 plus x equals 3. Yes, I'm hearing someone saying you will have to find the value of the complete square x minus 1. So it will be x squared, yes, minus 2 by 1 by x, 2x, plus 1, plus x, and we have negative 3, and we can write equals 0. Again, we find the value of the complete squared, and we move the 3 to the other side by negative sign, and then the right hand side equals 0. And we can add negative 2x plus x, which is equal negative x, and we can add also 1 minus 3, which is equal negative 2. So we have x squared minus 2 minus x minus 2 equals 0. So 2 equal 2 by 1, and the difference of them, 2 minus 1 equal 1. So it's easy to factorize, equals 0, and then we have x by x and 2 by 1, and 2 will get the negative sign and 1 will get the positive sign. So x may be equal negative 1 or x may be equal 2. So the solution set for this equation is negative 1 or 2. And that was an easy question. And now we have another question, and says the sum of the on 3 successive integers is equal to the square of its middle integer. Find these numbers. So you will suppose the first integer will be x, and the second will be x plus 1, and the third will be x plus 2. So it's 3 successive integers, and the sum of these 3 successive integers, which is equal x plus 1 plus x plus 2, and it's equal the square of the middle term of the middle number, which is equal x plus 1 all power 2. And find these numbers. At first we can add x plus x, which is equal 3x, and 1 plus 2, which is equal 3, and we can find the value of x plus 1 all power 2, and it says x power 2 plus 2 by 1 by x, which is equal to x, plus 1 squared, which is equal 1. And then move each term to the other side by negative sign. So we have 3x plus 3 minus 1, and we have negative 2x, and we have negative x squared. Again, we have negative x squared minus 2x, and we have minus 1, and plus 3x plus 3, and we have 0 on the other side. So negative x squared minus 2x plus 3x, which is equal plus 1x, and 1 can't be written, and 3 minus 1 equal 2, which is equal 0. And now multiply by negative 1. Why? To get a negative sign for x squared. So we have x squared minus x minus 2 equals 0. And then it's easy to be factorized. X squared may be equal x by x, and 2 equal 2 by 1, and the difference between 2 and 1 equal 1. So 2 takes a negative sign, and 1 takes a positive sign, and we have equal 0. Then x equal 2 or x equal negative 1. So x can't be equal negative 1. Why? Let's see. If x equal 2, so we have the three numbers 2 and 3 and 4. If x equal negative 1, so we have negative 1, 0, and 1. So we have two solutions for this question. Okay, that's the end of our lesson today. Thanks so much.